Hello, everybody. Back here again for our vlog a day, and today is Thursday the 1st, and today was a rather interesting weather-wise day. Started off a little bit of rain going on, just kind of sprinkling overnight. Had a nice little cold front come through. It did dry up midday or so. I mean, the grass and stuff is still wet. The roads had dried out pretty much overall. Had quite a bit of wind kind of whipping around here and there, so it's dried out the stuff a little quicker than normally would have. Had a few things around here to get done. Got those taken care of. Had a few errands to go run and stuff. Went and got that done. Decided to go looking for some real durable grass seed or maybe even some turf to put down out in the backyard. My dog, when he gets there and stuff, he just kind of runs hot laps around the tree and back around the hammock and different spots around the solar panel and stuff like that. He just really just tears out chunks of ground. And I'm trying to figure out a way to keep that like actually alive this summer. So last year it wasn't too bad. I got the fence in pretty late in the year, so it was already kind of frozen and stuff. And then it was, no, shortly after I got put in, it was frozen. And then we had all winter. It was no big deal. And this spring he's just tearing chunks out of my yard. So I went down to the local actual, I figured would be the best authority, which would be the greenhouse, talked to them. And the lady I was talking to, I don't know if she's like needs a helmet when she walks around. She just seemed extremely dense. I told her I was needing basically a grass seed or a grass turf, like a sod or something to put down to basically keep my dog from tearing my yard up so bad. So she goes there and starts showing me like ornamental grasses. You know, the types get like really like 3 or 4 foot tall and stuff. She goes, these are pretty hardy and blah. I'm like, I need full ground coverage. Like, I need to mow this. This is my yard. I need my dog there and stuff. And she goes, oh, I thought you wanted something pretty. And I'm like, you didn't hear a word I said, did you? So I went back. So let me tell you my whole story again here. I have a Great Dane who runs hot laps and tears out sods and chunks of grass out of my yard. And I need to keep that from happening and stuff. And, you know, she's like, well, I don't know. Let me see about this. And goes to show me another, like, ground cover, like a floral, like, ornamental grasses like you'd put in the corners of your yard for decoration and stuff, or up against your house or something. And I'm like, okay, let's try this one last time here. This is what I got. And she goes, well, have you ever thought about just like bringing him in the house sometime instead of leaving him out there all year? And I'm like, my dog's in the house all the time with me. My dog's in the car right now, actually, as we speak, with me. My dog is running with me every day and stuff. And I'm like, she's like, well, maybe if you got some exercise, if you tried to exercise him, he wouldn't be out and you're tearing your yard up. I said, ma'am, my dog has ran longer in 1 week than you'll run in your entire life. We run every day. He gets all the exercise in the world, but when he's out there, he wants to play. He wants to roughhouse. He wants to have a good time. Tears it up, and she goes, I don't know, let me go talk to the owner. So she went go and find somebody else. They came back, and she didn't really have an answer. She went and found another person that works there. Finally came back with the fact that they carry some grasses. They don't carry any sod. I said, what would you guys recommend for the hardiest grass seed, you know, that you'd have? And she goes, well, we don't have any grass seed in stock. And I'm like, okay, but since you don't have any, what would you recommend then if I went and found it somewhere else? And she goes, I don't know, I just go with a general blend. And I'm like, that makes no sense at all, but okay. When do you expect to be getting some grass seed? And she goes, well, we usually carry it around spring. And I'm like, it's May 1st. I think this is kind of spring right now. And she goes, we should have it in within the month. Probably, well, 4 to 6 weeks we should have the grass seed in. If you just want to keep calling back and see if we've got it in yet or not. And I'm like, 4 to 6 weeks, be a little late for the whole thing. So I went ahead and just kind of gave up on the whole process of talking to what I thought was going to be an expert and just gave up on it, and I've left. So I'm going to try and talk to some other people and see what they would recommend for grass, seed and that, just because of the fact that I don't want to drop the money for turf, and it's so damn expensive, dude. And I got a pretty good sized backyard. I'd drop a couple grand in turf, and that's definitely not worth it to me. So I got to figure something out. Worst case scenario, I mean, I'll just keep reseeding and stuff and kind of rope him off a couple areas while that part grows up or whatever. So who knows there. Then I also had a strange gentleman with a extremely strange woman come by, and I guess she loaned a bunch of VHS tapes with Little House on the Prairie on them to the neighbor lady next door who she loaned them to her like 2 years ago, and she went in the nursing home like 6 months. I don't know. She might have been longer than that. At least 2 years ago, she loaned them to her. And a year and a half ago or so, she went in the nursing home, and this woman's been trying to get these tapes back randomly off and on, talking to other people and stuff, wanting to come by. We'd set up numerous times for her to come by, and then something comes up. She never makes it, so she can't look for them. She goes and talks to the lady that was there. She tells her where they're at. We go look. There's no tapes there. We kept asking, are these like bought in store tapes? Like you actually bought these like over the internet or off TV, and they actually have Little House on Prairie in the box stuff. And every time we were told, yes, it's the full box set of all this. And I'm like, okay, look at the whole house. There's nothing there. The family came in here a while back and like dug through all the stuff, took anything of value they wanted out of there. Virtually everything else has been going to the dump. I've been burning a lot of stuff that's burnable. The rest has been going to the landfill. And she wanted her tapes back. And I'm like, it's been 2 years now since she's had these. And I asked her, I'm like, are these like a box set, like from the store? She goes, oh, no, they're just blank VHS tapes that my daughter recorded them off TV. So this woman's been spending the last 2 years of her life trying to get back $8 worth of VHS tapes. And Little House on Prairie still runs. It's on every stinking night. Between 2 and 4 episodes, depending on what channel you have and what you still have for TV. So, and this woman has dedicated so much of her life to these stupid tapes. And it just, she didn't ever go check on the lady. She didn't want to go, like, actually go see her and visit with her and stuff. She just kept bringing up the fact that she needs these tapes back because they were technically her daughter's tapes and yada yada. Which, had she told us they were like blank VHS tapes with nothing even, she even straight up said there was nothing even written on them. And there was probably 300 or more blank VHS tapes in that house that all went to the dump that I was told every time that came up, they were the actual store-bought and original tapes. So I could have gave her 300 plus VHS tapes if I'd known that's what she was looking for. But I kept being told the wrong thing. So how much time can you spend in your life dealing with basically blank VHS tapes that, one, I'm surprised she saw the VCR, but two, just record them again. They're on TV every single day. Record them again. You're perfectly fine. So I just feel sorry for people in their lives that put so much energy into it. I literally I've heard about these stupid tapes more than is worth in my life for a bunch of blank tapes with Little House on Prairie on them. Like I said, they're still on TV. It could all just be getting taken care of by recording again. So I personally have spent way too much time in my life worrying about these, hearing about these stupid tapes and looking for them for it to be worth it, let alone how much time this woman's put in her life. And she left here today as if like she almost looked like as if somebody had stolen her favorite dog or maybe even her least favorite child. I mean, she looked extremely heartbroken and extremely just ass whipped the fact that she was never going to see those tapes again. I'm like, the house is virtually empty and there's no VHS tapes left in there. So good luck with your hunt. Go talk to the family or go check the landfill. That's the only two places I think they could be. So who knows? It's hard telling. Again, like I said, I feel sorry for people that can spend 2 years of their life. And if it was that important, why didn't you get them back, early on in the beginning? When you first knew she was going to the nursing home and she first moved out, they would have had a lot better chance of, getting there. And like I said, we tried numerous different times. We set up appointments for her to come over. I'd wait around for her to show up. She'd never show up. The guy took over the estate. He tried to get her to come in there and stuff, and every time she'd make an excuse, she couldn't make it there. So I just hope that she got the point that they're completely gone and never to come back to my house again. She was really kind of creepy and kind of just a little on the weird side. I should say a lot on the weird side. A little on the slow side. A lot on the weird side. But anyway, that's pretty much my whole day. So only other thing I did do is I tried out a new pair of running shoes, Newtons. They're a weird little funky long distance running shoe that I did a little video on, and I should hopefully have it up also sometime tomorrow. So I will talk to you guys later. Have yourself a safe and wonderful day. Thanks for watching.